Okay, before I get started with the day one winners and losers of the 2012 NFL Draft, I'd like to make a few shout outs. Seeking M Punk, you've been watching all my videos. I appreciate it. There's your shout out for you. Also, the guys from the Off the Rope show, they've really helped me a lot with making videos and this kind of thing. Schlag Daddy, Mr. Route, Tasteless One, Metal D, also B Rad down in Florida. Appreciate it, guys. And also Mr. Parkin and NJ. What's up? That being said, let's dive right into the winners and losers of the first day of the 2012 NFL Draft. Okay, we'll start with the winners. Number one is the Cleveland Browns. Yes, I know they traded 3 picks to Minnesota to go up one spot to get Trent Richardson, but they probably got the best player in the whole freaking draft that's not named Andrew Luck or RG3. And also with their second pick at the number 22 selection in the first round, they got Brandon Weeden, the quarterback for Oklahoma State, who will probably be the quarterback starting under center in week 1 of the 2012 season, because Colt McCoy is probably going to end up getting traded or released or something. And I mean, I get that Brandon Weeden is the oldest player to be drafted in round 1 of the common draft since 1967, but he is the most NFL ready pocket passer right now. I don't care if he's going to be 29 years old when the season starts. Okay, my next winner, right here. This is not a homer pick. Yes, I am a Minnesota Vikings fan, but Rick Spielman played this perfectly. He got 3 picks out of the Cleveland Browns. He dropped a spot, and he still got the guy he wanted in offensive tackle Matt Kalil. And he did an excellent job of making other people think that Justin Blackmon was an option and Morris Claiborne was an option. No. Matt Kalil was his guy from the get-go. And also this will improve another position because they can move Charlie Johnson inside the guard. And then also, they did another great thing. They traded their second round pick and the fourth round pick they got from Cleveland to move back up into the first round to draft safety Harrison Smith out of Notre Dame. That will immediately upgrade the secondary. I was just beyond piss poor last year. So with the 2 drafts that the Vikings made in the first round last night, excellent. Okay, my other winner is the New England Patriots. Bill Belichick just understands how the draft works. He traded up to 21 with Cincinnati to get Chandler Jones, the defensive end from Syracuse, and then he traded with Denver to move up to 25 to trade linebacker Dante Hightower from Alabama. Both these guys have versatility, which seems to be a Patriots staple with their team, because players on that team seem to be able to do different things and in different situations. Like with Chandler Jones, he'll be able to be like a 3-4 linebacker, or he can put his hand down in a 4-3 and be a defensive end. Or depending on the formation, Dante Hightower, he can either play outside or inside in the linebacking core, depending on how, if they're going 4-3, 3-4, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to call it. And these are 2 excellent picks, and that's why the Patriots will be up there again in the AFC this year as well. Okay, now I get to the losers. Number 1 has to be the Seattle Seahawks. Really, Pete Carroll? What the fuck were you thinking taking Bruce Irvin at number 15? I mean, granted, he might be one of the best pass rushers in the draft, but you could have had him he wasn't even projected to go past pick number 26. I mean, and in some mock drafts, he wasn't even going until the second, third round. What the hell are you thinking, dude? Holy crap! I know you have a history with him from with junior college. You've known him since he was in junior college and that kind of thing. But boy, you've reached 2 years in a row, buddy. Last year he reached for James Carpenter in the first round for the offensive tackle from Alabama. Now you're reaching for an outside linebacker named Bruce Irvin who's had multiple off the field issues. Boy, dude, you better hit a home run on this one, buddy. Okay, my next loser is the Chicago Bears. Is Mike McCaskey still running this team from afar? I mean, seriously. I mean, you take an outside linebacker with your first pick. I mean, I don't doubt Shea McClellan might be a nice player down the line, but when you have other pressing needs on your team, like offensive line, Jay Cutler was getting killed last year. That's probably why he ended up missing the rest of the season after he got hurt. And I know you picked up Brandon Marshall via trade with the Dolphins here in the offseason, but gee, you think you could have picked up another wide receiver, maybe a Kendall Wright at 19 before the Titans took him at number 20? Gee, you think Mike Tice would have liked to coach them? Especially somebody like David DeCastro, the offensive guard from Stanford, who ended up going number 24 to the Steelers. Geez, Steelers got a great value pick for a guy who's probably going to be an all-pro guard. But this shouldn't be surprising to Bears fans because they don't really have a great history of drafting good number one picks. See Curtis Enos, see Rashawn Salam, see Cade McNown, see Chris Williams. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but oh man. Woo! Phil Emery, I think he hit and swung and missed like on this one. Woo! Okay, another one of my losers, and I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm only saying this because a couple of the guys they didn't get. They wanted Trent Richardson, they didn't get him, and then Dallas leapfrogs them at number 6 to get Morris Claiborne, and that's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, I might catch heat for this, but I don't really care. But when you trade down to number 7 and you draft a safety, you better be getting a damn good safety because safeties just generally don't go up this high. You better be getting somebody that's going to be an all-pro, Pro Bowl type player for years to come. And Mark Barron might eventually be that player. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he's not. But where you picked him though, he wasn't he was projected going probably about the middle of the first round. But so I think it's a little bit of a reach there. But trading back into the first round to get Doug Martin, the running back from Boise State, I think they redeemed themselves with that pick because he is a 3-down back, and the first time LeGarrette Blount fumbles, he will probably be on the field, and Blount's probably not going to see a lot of time this year if he keeps fumbling like he did last year. All right, I have one more loser, and does the name Mike Mamula ring a bell? Well, in 1994, he was the great workout warrior at the NFL Combine that year, and he was drafted 10th overall by the Philadelphia Eagles. How'd that work out for you? Well, I have another workout warrior for you, and that's Memphis defensive tackle Dontari Poe. Yes, he's 6'3" and a half, and he weighs 346 pounds, and he ran a 4.98 40, and he also bench pressed 225 pounds 44 times. Well, geez, didn't you take a defensive tackle about a couple years ago in Glenn Dorsey? Geez, well, you had better hope he's the second coming of Haloti Ngata, otherwise you're going to be drafting another defensive tackle in a couple years.